Though course presentation is a more advanced activity type in H5P, we think you'll actually find it relatively easy to create your first one. You may recall us mentioning in the first week of the course that H5P actively rewards you for learning to use it. For example, when we learned to create the multiple choice question type, we were also learning to create a multiple choice question within a question set activity. In fact, each question type you learned in week 1 of this course can also be added into the course presentation activity. This means that before you've even created your first course presentation in H5P, you've already learned to use several of the features that can be incorporated into this activity type. The H5P course presentation is a way to create slides within H5P that can also incorporate interactive questions. Since you can layer questions on the slides, this activity can be graded. Course presentation will display like a typical slide deck with a navigation bar on the bottom, and students can navigate through it using either their mouse or keyboard. Along the way, you can prompt your learners to respond to questions. As an example, here's a multiple choice question that we learned to create in the first week of this course. Students can answer these questions just like they can if the question is embedded independently or incorporated into another activity like question set. If you add questions to your course presentation, there will also be a summary slide at the very end. This slide will display every question the students have answered, including which slide it was on and their score. You can also use multimedia within your slides. For example, this presentation has audio files embedded on each slide. Though this is a powerful tool built directly into your course, there are some considerations to keep in mind. Perhaps the biggest is that there is not currently a conversion tool to take an existing slide deck from PowerPoint, Google Slides, Keynote, Canva, or another application and import that slide deck into course presentation within H5P. This means you'll either need to create each slide from scratch, or, like in this presentation, export your slides as images from an application like PowerPoint or Google Slides, then apply those images as the background of each slide in the course presentation. However, we typically don't recommend this approach because having text in an image rather than text that was added through the course presentation activity makes this activity inaccessible for students who are using a screen reader. But even with those considerations, course presentation makes an excellent option for shorter slide decks that you can incorporate into your course, especially if you intend to layer questions in that presentation for your students to respond to.